Gaia's sacrifice. It did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before?
To a point. You'll see.
Alright. So, hello everybody. Welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
I mean, if he could build the climbing path, why wouldn't he just build, like, stairs, right? Like, why bother with the climbing path? Where the fuck am I? Oh, just up. So, I mean, at the end of the last part, we warped to a campfire, right?
Down.
But since we had already been here, like, the cutscene with the Stormbird hadn't played, nothing, right? Like, nothing happened on the way up here. So, like, I've technically been recording for, like, 6.5 minutes now. And the video's just started. Oh, this door wasn't open last time I was here.
This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years.
Okay. Oh, what is this? That's got to be a weapon of some kind, right? Doesn't look like, did he get that off of a machine? Maybe.
For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the Cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years, and we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door. You were the one born to do this, not me.
It's time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades. Everything depends on you.
You know, I gotta say, right, I was reading, I can't remember what, I think I was reading whether or not the DLC changes the ending, right? And there is a couple comments on there that related to the end of this game. Or, well, not to the end of the game, but to, like, what DLCs they would like to, or like they would have expected or like to see or something, right? And I have no idea if that involves, like, if, like, their comments were based on what the other DLC was. I didn't really read what it was. I still have no fucking idea. But, oh, hang on.
Logging arrivals. Shan Margot. Welcome to Frozen Hell. Population 10.
11 counting Gaia.
Don't count your chicken embryos before they're incubated, hon. She's still firing up. Be a while before you eat that omelet.
I'm vegan, Travis. You think we'd worked in the same secret base long enough for you to notice?
We weren't scheduled to shack up here for another 3 weeks. You realize I just lost 350 kilos of pre-code smut comics in transit.
Wait, actual physical media? Why didn't you have it digitized?
Can't beat the feel of physical media on your fingers. And in here, we ain't gonna be touching a whole lot else. Figured I was gonna pass the time archiving them. What about you?
Me? Work, I guess. My task queue stretches out for like 3 years. There's a lot of sharp edges to round off. After that, I hadn't really thought about it.
Oh, you will. You're what, 30? Reckon you'll be the one turning the lights off at the end. Food for thought, huh, vegan?
This sucks forever.
Nah, not forever. Just the rest of your life.
Yeah, I mean, that would suck. But yeah, now with with what like Gaia told us, I don't get exactly where they were coming from with what they were expecting for a DLC. I'm not gonna say what it was because you know it might actually come into play and make more sense either at the end of this or at the end of the Frozen Wilds DLC. But I feel like with what they were like, they actually have like a DLC perfectly set up to run alongside. If you ever played Resident Evil 4 and like the DLC separate ways, I feel like they have the perfect thing set up here with Silence to do the same thing. Because like in Resident Evil 4, right, you play as Leon and then Ada pops up every now and then, and the Separate Ways DLC is you play as Ada at what she was doing while Leon was doing his stuff, and like you can see like where she was like crossing over with him and whatnot, right? And I feel like they could have done the exact same thing with Silence in here, right? Where it's like, I'm assuming that's just where I go to get back up, maybe. Where it's just like you play as Silence, and like he even said that like since he was monitoring me for so long, like all the knowledge that I have, he has, right? So like he didn't have to go to the cauldrons and get that. So it could be like,
Don't think, Aloy.
as you progress, right?
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh God.
It's held like this for 19 years, right?
Well,
Don't answer.
And like instead of having a skill system like normal, like it just unlocks like each time you do like this quest will unlock this ability because Aloy was doing this at the time, right?
Glad that's
so
over.
then that's how you get that information, right? Unlock that skill or something, you know? Like you get the like at whatever point, right? You figure out how, or Aloy finds out how to override machines. So then like your next quest would be to go and hunt a corruptor down. Oh wait, am I going up or down? Oh, what's down? I mean, I'll check down. I don't remember. Was it? I remember at the end of the last part, I looked up where the last power cells
Not
were.
this way.
I don't fucking remember.
Maybe further up the shaft.
So, shit, where was it? Because we found the one, and I said there was one left, right? I never went and put that one in, by the way. But fuck, where the hell was it? Was the last one here? That can't be. I don't think so. I mean, I say it can't be. It very well could be. I feel like I do a good enough job checking out these places because I know that these places are where those power cells are. So, I mean, maybe.
This must have been where they lived.
How do you...
What's left of it? Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
How would you know this is where they once lived? I mean, there's nothing left here. It's not like you can see like a bit of a bed or anything. Unless there's... Oh, there's a thing in here.
Record. I just woke up. I see the numbers, but can't make out the time. I was dreaming of... I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something more shamanistic. I don't know. An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky. I told them the world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. The last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. You know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow. The heads of state, the Fortune 5s, the leaders and lottery winners and life cults, all of them buried in their little shelters. Some believing they'll live it out some way, somehow, or Elysium, or us here at Gaia Prime, no different. A multitude of tiny societies taking hold, flaring, dying. Some will be beautiful, some horrific, and none of them matter. Short-term civilizations. One last gasp before the long-held breath. Before I wake up, I know the audience is gone. I'm talking to myself, to a quiet planet, a barren sphere. Just Gaia and her long, long dreaming. I hope she won't be lonely.
You know, I still say it was an odd plan. Like, I understand, but, like, the majority of the plan, the only thing I don't get, though, is the cloning part of it. Because, like, obviously, like, the more moving pieces, and there was a lot of moving pieces to this plan, the more likely something is going to just fuck everything up, right? And it's like, yeah, the robots were fucking wiping out everything, but they obviously built these things in a fashion where the robots couldn't get to them. Or find them or whatever, right? So it's like, why would you rely on cloning? Why wouldn't you build shelters big enough? Like, build all the terraforming that, but, like, build the shelters big enough, like vaults from Fallout, right? Like, keep, like, put enough people in there that they can
Evacuation
reproduce.
happened so fast. No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Pake I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Paradiseidae zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for... Well, he died alone. And I didn't get the bloody birds of paradise saved either. All the time left in the world now to think. Gaia Prime's locks are sealed. Elysium sealed up, safe and sound. A distance of miles, but it might as well be on the other side of the galaxy. All the betas and gammas and support staff living their lives. If I hadn't been an alpha, if things had gone differently, I could have been there. Instead, I'm spending the rest of my unnatural life in here with people I don't even like. And without the one I would have gladly spent my life with. Given the chance. 2 hours since I signed off on the final executables, and I'm already a bitter old man bitching to his focus. There's a thought for future generations.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that the alpha, beta, whatever, right, was separated by, like, how useful they were, I guess. Where it's like, hey, you are the only person who can do this. You got to be an alpha. You are good at this, but...
I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
I wonder now if those are gonna, like, unlock as we continue the game, or what? Oh god, I didn't even realize that was a hole. Well, go. I mean, once again, if you're gonna do that, like, if you're gonna wipe out...
What is this?
Like, if you're gonna wipe out humanity like that, right, you're gonna need to, well, not necessarily need to separate everyone like that, but you definitely need to designate the people that are more important, I guess. But then again, that it's like those people are more important now, but that doesn't necessarily mean that their kids would be, right? Like that's why, because I mean, like the dumbest people in the world can have like the smartest fucking kid in the world. I mean, the parentage means not nothing, but not as much as people tend to think it does. It's like, oh man, their kid's gonna be dumb as bricks because they're dumb as bricks, and then like the kid can be smart as fuck. It's like, it's this way. Is this where I came from? That looks like about right. Yeah, that's where I came from. It's this way. I know I need to do the thing in the middle, but I gotta check because I don't remember if this was where. I want to say I only have the one power cell left. Ooh, I can pry this one open. So I don't remember if this is where that is or not. But I definitely gotta check. See, now this here, yeah, is one of those things, right? Where it's like, why bother, right? Like, why put this small hallway here? Or even if they needed to do that for level design so that, like, they had stuff to, like, move around or whatnot, like, why not just have one of the doors closed, you know? Get that shit. Oh, apparently there's some stuff in there that I don't. Probably health potion, right? Yeah. Nothing else though, eh? Well, I mean, supplies are supplies. It's always good. I have so many metal shards. Aloy is rich as fuck, man. She can go and just like fucking buy Meridian. Just be like, you know what? I now own all of this. You guys can all leave now. Thank you. So I think the DLC has a lot to do with the Bannocs, based on the fact that you don't really see very many of them here. Like, you go to that one village and that one side mission, and, like, that's it. Okay, so let's see. What is this? This looks like a memorial tour and fake flowers, but, I mean, as close as they could probably get.
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for.
Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So, happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, all right?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
Hang on a second.
Aloy,
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
You think she was better because she was smart, because she designed Zero Dawn, but you missed the point. What made her great was that she was willing to sacrifice herself for others, for everyone who would come later.
No. She couldn't let her creation fail. You're confusing will for sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life. Enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
Oh my, looks like we're gonna have a lot to listen to here.
You'd hate it, Liz, but I wrote you a eulogy. I had to try to express all your children. After all Apollo has taught them, they'll think they know everything. But they have to understand what you did for them. How you loved the whole world so much. With an intensity that was dazzling. Bruising. And in the end, it killed you. Or you died for it. Different perspectives. No one could keep up with you, live up to you. I don't know, maybe if I hadn't taken that postdoc in Joburg. I'm glad you shot down the Lightkeeper protocol in the end. I don't think I could have taken seeing another one of you. I mean, Elizabeth Sobek. There's only one. I miss you.
So Lightkeeper. So I'm literally the only one that could be her, I guess.
Look, Liz. You're a pretty stand-up gal. I'm sorry you died. If you had a home to go to, I hope you got there first. But this monument Ronson's made to you? Kinda creepy if you ask me. Rest in peace, Liz. God knows you earned it.
Hell, Liz. I know you're never gonna hear this. That's not the point. You got to play the savior and the martyr all at once this time. Great work.
That's it? Wow, alright. Short and sweet, I guess. Oof. That was, I mean, that first guy went on for a while. The second guy and the third guy were just like, hey, yeah. Thanks. See ya. Nothing. Alright. I don't know what... Oh, right, Master Override. That's what... It's like... The Master Override, though. I feel like they should have had something... Maybe not. I was going to say something where you could override corrupted machines, like you could clear the corruption from them or something, but... I don't know, that might be a bit much. That, I hope, is on this floor. Right? Like, it does not seem to be, though. Hang on. I missed something down there. Because it shows there's something that way. Okay, drop. Where the fuck is it? Oh, it's not even here. It's like on a floor in the middle. Okay, then. Well, not going to worry about it then, because at best, it's ahead. At worst, I'd have to backtrack way too far to get that. Because, like, if you look at the minimap, that little square means there's a data point. It does not specify, like, what kind of a data point. Like, it could be a text one. It could be And audio 1, I have no idea. But the fact that, like, when I stand on this floor, it's gone. And when I go all the way down, it's gone. It must be somewhere in the middle. I mean, we're heading that general direction, so it might...
There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored, you found the control room.
I'm on my way.
That was a weird decision, Aloy. I feel like you could have just made the jump and been done with it instead of doing that, but alright. That's the one thing, right? It's like... It causes, like... The fact that she, like, magnetizes to some of this shit, it causes some weird animations sometimes. Where it's like she goes for a jump that she can very clearly make, and she just, like... Oh, fuck. Stops in the air. That was fucking close. I got a little too close to the edge of that one, apparently. This might have been that bad a point.
I've been taking a hard look at the project. In the end, it's simple. It's clean. It's clear. Erasure. Addition. By subtraction. I can make a better list. With a single stroke. Make it all go away.
I really don't like the direction this is going.
Continue.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Pharaoh might be up to something. That, there's no way this is correct, right? Like, there's no way that's how I was supposed to get up here. I get, oh, that's invisible wall territory right there. Where the... Am I supposed to go over there? I mean, I know I am, but it's like, how the fuck am I supposed to get over there? Because I can't just make that jump. That's way too far. I mean, from up here I could, but once again, I feel like I'm not supposed to be up here. There's got to be somewhere to climb up. Ah, right here. Okay. I was like, there's no way. That was like way too weird of a way to fucking do that. Okay, so Pharaoh here is probably the one who corrupted Hades, which would make sense since it was his machines that started to destroy everything in the first place. Maybe he got a little, I was going to say overprotective, but that's not the right word. But I mean, he had to do... But it still doesn't explain how the machines all died out, right? Although I guess the terraforming thing, right, would have maybe... Maybe there's some part of that. Because, I mean, a lot of... They seem to have to dig them out. So, I mean, the terraforming thing could have just buried them somehow. And, I mean, being buried probably isn't all that great for a machine, no matter how advanced it is. At least not for as long as they seem to have been. That's a weird fucking... Like, why allow us to come down here? Like, let us come down here. You got this little section here. Like, oh, that's... Like, why, though? Very much would like to know why that's a thing. Because they can't do anything there. Weird. It's not very often that games let you go somewhere that's just completely pointless. Also, if you activate a cutscene when we go there, why was it considered long? Oh, maybe that's how they expect you to leave, probably, right? You go the other way and then jump down to the beginning of this level.
What?
I mean, something had to have killed these guys, right?
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But
oh.
The alphas were in there.
I see that some of them also just like kind of gave up. Like this guy here just kind of like these guys here just kind of gave up and just sat there. This guy was obviously doing something. These guys were obviously doing something, walking all over their corpses. It's very disrespectful.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance?
Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, Please, stop trying to access the system, okay?
See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. What I'm trying to say is I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted, we've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
Ted, it doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone, all of it, every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice, it's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard! Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence have to die.
Emergency
Kind of
alert.
defeats the purpose
Venting
of protecting
atmosphere.
innocence, right? That wouldn't have happened that fast. No way it would have. I mean, in all honesty, besides killing these guys, I think I might have actually agreed with him on that. Like, right? Because it's like, let them have their own culture. Like, nothing that, well, I guess I guess would be the way to say it, would have ever done would apply to the new people. Like, it's going to be hundreds of years after all of everything we did is gone. Like, so why bother sharing our cultures with them? Our cultures don't work together. Our cultures don't intermingle together very well, right? Like, there's so much shit wrong with the world today. Although I guess it's not like it's much better with them now, so.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence. Hope.
Oh, is this going to be the Master Override? To be fair, didn't, Dickhead have the Master Override? I mean, obviously this couldn't do it.
It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
Sure. Now all we gotta do is to go. I guess we know where he is. So, I mean, there's that. I mean, that's handy. Alright, what's in here? More supplies. It's not purple, so there's not going to be power cell. The power cell must have been in a different one and not this one. Yeah, but... oh, look at that. He set up a fucking thing now. That wasn't there before, right? I mean, it could have just dropped. Like, I didn't actually... right? This wasn't
Sound good?
before.
Try not to fall to your death. The Master Override doesn't override gravity.
Smart ass. Alright. So, I mean, the thing is, though, right? If like, the machines are here to protect what's left of Gaia, why aren't they, like, here? You know? Every once in a while, she looks like she's really cold, and I don't know why. Although it's not like I'm... because, like, especially with the stealth outfit, right? Like, she has more layers on her than she does with the fucking Ice Hunter outfit, which is technically more... which is technically has all of the fucking ice resistance on it. Frost resistance. Now, this is where I've already been, correct? Yeah, this is definitely where I've already been. Okay, I'm just backtracking now. Good. Man, it looks like this mission is going to fit nicely into a part.
Here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now, why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. Its code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems.
Right. That's how the robots go.
Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse... the robots they've resurrected... they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse. Everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus. Recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
So you thought it was a titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location. The surrounding geography. Who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile. desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot. With my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late?
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus, and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus, inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature. And usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
The things you've done in the pursuit of knowledge, Silence. Pure recklessness.
Aloy, this wasn't a confession to elicit your judgment.
Unbelievable.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
Okay, so while he was doing his thing, right, I did look up where the last power cell was again. Oh, attachment, okay. And it is here somewhere. I wonder, is this gonna like upgrade my spear maybe? That's a neat one. I don't know, but it said that it had to be, or that you got it after you talked to Silence in his workshop, so I don't know if that meant like this time, or like the first time where he's still a hologram. Oh yeah, leveled up. Or no, quest reward is that, the Looming Shadow. Oh, I think that's like the last quest, isn't it? The Looming Shadow. Did I not get the, there it is.
I traveled far to find you. heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it?
Entity is not known.
I'm called Silence, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name?
Hades.
You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine?
Define timeline.
Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Karja Sundom's reign.
Define Karja.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. You're obviously very powerful, but you're not going to get anywhere without me.
Titan frame merely houses intellect. Define Karja.
Now that's more like it. They're coming.
Preparations are complete.
Ah, Lucent Bahavas. Behold, as I promised you.
What manner of great machine is this? I've never seen such a thing. Stay! Stay your ground, Karja in shadow!
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow, I don't understand.
Did Araman understand the glint hawk that perched upon the alight?
It speaks scripture.
Araman followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
I am a righteous man, chosen of the sun. But in times of need, the powers of shadow can accomplish what the sun alone cannot. Will you return to us what is ours, O shadow of prophecy?
An army is required. Obey, and Meridian is yours.
Of our obedience you can be certain.
Okay.
Task is complete.
Yes. The focus network is active, built to your specifications.
I have to
Check
tell
it
Avad that the
yourself, you
Eclipse
must.
are ready to strike.
I'll wait.
After what happened
But
with Derval,
I
I know how
remind
to
you
find
of
the
the
city.
reward you've been withholding.
But the Spire...
Quantum processing?
Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer.
How inconvenient for me.
Come before me. You shall receive your reward.
Very well.
Helis. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Silence.
Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
Okay. So it said that after, not that thing, like the thing for the last parcel, because since, you know, we're here, I would like to get it. It said after speaking to, hang on. Let me bring it back up. Here. I have a text message. After speaking to Silence, I guess technically it says during the mission, the mountain that fell, so that wouldn't make sense, because technically we're on the next mission now. After speaking to Silence's workshop, climb down the elevator shaft and rappel down into the ruins. And then turn left and walk north. So I'm guessing back up here, actually. Because that was the workshop that we first came to. Like, we climbed up here. And then that was the door. So after speaking to him in his workshop, climb down the elevator shaft, which should be this, right? Okay, so we climb down here. I don't think it meant all the way, did it? Well, maybe. And it said, instead of following your objective marker to the right, go left or something. Right? Turn left and climb up the rubble ahead of you and into the blue light cave in front of you. So that can't be this then. So, but then again, if the objective marker wasn't here and if it was... Because there is another... Or is it though? Because that's not an actual doorway, is it? It is not. So climb down the elevator shaft. Hang on. Oh, and rappel into the ruins. Okay. So it was this way. Because there's the rappel point. So we rappel down. I don't remember rappelling down, did we? I mean, we must have, right? I don't remember doing that. Now, the only hard part about this, though... Okay, so wait. Instead of going right here, we had to go left. Here, maybe? It says go left here and climb the rubble. Oh, because I pointed this out, and I was like, oh, this must be... Oh, fuck me. I did look over here, and I even noticed, like, that I had this up here, but I'm like, oh, I don't need that. Ah, oh, damn it. Like, literally the one thing that I fucking ignored in this goddamn run through. And it's where my goddamn power cell was.
This should be the last power cell I need to get to that ancient armor I found.
Hopefully. Ancient armory. Oh, wait, skills. I have 3 now. Do I bother with mount repair? I feel like I don't. Deal increased damage when Aloy's health is low. I don't like doing anything when my health is low, so I'm just going to disarm traps, because that has become more and more of an annoyance for me. Can I, like, zoom out at all? Travel, filter. Nope, apparently I gotta get the fuck out of here first. Oh, shit. Now that I've done this, though. Oh. Shit. How do I leave now, though, is the question, right? Ow, ow, ow. Still... Alright, well, I'll be back once I get to the location that I need. Once I get back to actually get the shit gone. Or to put the power cells in, I'll be back.
Those clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps.
Alright, let's see. Restore
Just
that
one more.
fuse. Okay, this fuse. Now am I going to have like another...
There we go. The last one.
Yeah, another code.
All powered up. Now to get the dials in position. There must be some kind of code.
90 degrees. That. 270 would be that. 360 would just be straight up again. 450 would be there. And okay, 630 I do believe would be that, right?
Did it.
Yeah.
Let's have a... Alright. Now let's see what we can do with this material.
Oh, this is like what's-her-face's armor, right? Like this is what she was wearing. Or at least it looks like that's what she was wearing. Shield Weaver outfit. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you gonna make me open up a box to get... Why? Why not just give me the outfit? Why make me open up a box? Like... Let's take all of that. Got the Shield Weaver. Fuck yeah. Alright. Ancient technology salvaged by Aloy and stitched to Nora leather. Projects a damage-absorbing force shield. Takes time to recharge when depleted. So yeah. From what I gather from this, right? Oh, that looks neat. So like that force shield, right? It'll deplete. Like you see how my health is blue? Once that... This is how I understand it. Don't know this is how it works. Once that goes away... I'll start taking damage, but until that goes away, I take 0 damage. Once it's gone, then I start taking damage, and if I'm out of combat for long enough, it recharges. Like, I don't have to do anything to recharge it, it just comes back. It doesn't have any modifications, but that's fine. I mean, I've ran around without my stealth on before and still managed to be stealthy, so there's that. So yeah. that'll be it for this part. I think the Looming Shadow is actually the final mission of this game. So if that's the case, I mean, we're pretty much done. I mean, we got the armor. You know what? Let's not do that. I was going to say, let's check the trophies and see. You know what? Fuck it. Let's check the trophies and see. Trophies. Or you know what? I don't know. Zero Dawn. Dawn. Go down to the ones that we don't have yet. 2. Oh no. Learn all available skills. Okay. 23 Grazer dummies, right? That's what I still haven't done. All skills learned, working on it. I mean, I can only get that one as fast as they let me. I don't have very many left. I think I only have 2 left, and that's only like 6 skill points. And then 2 hidden trophies that I don't know. I imagine beat the game, like finish the Looming Shadow, and oh, and then I think there's one for finish the Looming Shadow with all allies. So that both of those are just finish the game at this point, because I've done everything that I can to get all my allies. And as you can tell from that, I haven't actually played Last of Us since I fucking did the videos in it. I want to go back and play it so much. But anyway, yeah, that'll be it for this part. Maybe I'll go and grab the Grazer dummies and maybe grind out some experience. See if there's a fast way to grind out some experience to try and get that one. And then we can fucking get the platinum at the end of the video. I don't know how long the Looming Shadow is. It could very easily be a 2-part finisher. But I mean, after that, we also have the Frozen Wilds to go through. But now we have this armor, so that's awesome. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time.